Hey, what's going on, guys? Today is May 29th, 2017. I'm going to be going over some trade ideas that I'm interested in this week. I usually only do 10 trade ideas for the week. Obviously, too many of them becomes overwhelming at a certain point. And so I'm going to try to focus on 10 of them at least for this week. And do remember that in order for the trades to obviously set up, you need to wait for those breakout points, pullback points, and so forth. So here we go. First one on the list is Tell. So I like the chart being that it's curling up here on some interesting volume. I do see a rising moving average underneath it. I like the fact that it closed over the 50 EMA. So what I'd like to see on a chart like this is I would like to see a simple pullback on it. I think about $10.65 should get you into that area on this chart where it should provide you a decent retrace amount and a possible long entry, and add over Friday session high should be a decent area to be adding into the trade. And so first off, I'd like to see a pullback on the chart first, and then it should be giving us the entry for the long trade on Tell. Second one on the list for this week is WOW. Recent IPO on this one, so it's not a lot of trading data here to work with, but I do like the fact that it's being strong, and it did come up off some lower volume obviously from IPO day, but I do like the strength of the chart so far. So I think that if we can get a pullback on this one down to about $17.25, I think it could be an area for us to look at it seriously, to take a trade on it. It would be a nice retrace off the entire move on Friday's session, and could provide you with a trading opportunity there at $17.25. Number 3 on the list is Grub, GRUB. I do like the fact on this chart that we are breaking the downtrend. And so with that break of the downtrend into Friday's session, I do like that setup for a long continuation. All we would need here is some sort of a quick pullback on the chart, and I think that can be addressed somewhere closer to about $43.30 or so. Should give you a nice little pullback retest of that breakout. As long as your pullback holds, we should be able to take a long trade off of Grubhub. Number 4 on the list is Cara, Cara. There's a nice little hammer here on the 13 EMA right off the 50 EMA on the daily chart. Obviously pulled back into there. Buyers came back and said, no, we're okay, we're going to keep it into this range. And so now that we have the chart that could be possibly forming a base here, definitely look for a long trade on Cara. A break over Friday session high should be able to trigger that long. Obviously, if it breaks Friday session's low, the chart's going to head down lower after that. So keep an eye on it and see if you can get that break over Friday session high for a long shot on Cara. Number 5 on the list is Ten. What I think about this chart, well, I kind of like the fact that it's starting to curl back to the upside. Now this one, obviously, you're going to have to be patient with it and wait for the setup to actually happen. But you can see that for right now, at least the chart has a potential to start getting up into this area. I think if we can get back over this $57.35 or so, it should be a nice little move to the upside, possibly closer to about $60 for it to finish off there. I think that we can play this one off of the increased volume and nice strong bullish engulfing into Friday session. Play a little pullback off of this 10. I think a respectable pullback should be about I'd say about $56 and I'll say about 30 cents. And so a decent pullback to about 56.30 should give us an area of interest to play 10 on the upside. Number 6 on the list is Xent. I like the curl on this chart. It's a beautiful formation. It's been flagging wonderfully for a little bit, and now that we've tried to break over the into new highs here, I do like the chart there, and I think that we actually ended up closing just a tad over into new high territory anyway. So now for us to see this new high area hold for strength, I do like the increased volume into the breakout, so I want to play into that. I want to give it more strength. I want to I want to say, well, hey, this chart does have the upside potential on going higher, and so I think that a little, 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 I think that a little a little strength into this area here could provide us with a decent move to the upside. So of the increased volume here and the breakout with the strong volume, I think we can possibly go higher on this chart, and it would be a decent shot here at the top as long as we can get some support on this Xent. Chart doesn't have huge range on it, but it does have support in volume, and it is one of these charts that you can possibly look at for a little bit more than just a day trade. Clnt. So obviously this is a name that's on everybody's list. If you're into playing some of these lower float charts, this one's extremely low, and this one's a little riskier. Of course, the chart is curling up and is sitting above all the all the important indicators here. And I think you can probably give this one a shot. If the chart pulls back to about $4.30, could possibly get you into a setup. So keep an eye on that come tomorrow at $4.30 and see if we can get the chart to hold some strength there. If the chart was to hold some strength at 430, could be a decent area to long some. Number 8 on the list is VREX. Nice little flag breakout to the upside. Chart obviously broke the trend to the upside, and 813 cross over the 50 EMA with increased volume. I think we have a proper scenario for a long trade on VREX. Now what I'd like to see is I'd like to see a little pullback on the chart, and I think that pullback should be about $34.50. Nice round number, and a decent pullback off of Friday's session should be something that to look at for a possible long trade. BTU is number 9. Obviously there's not a lot of people that love the name, but the chart's setting up like it wants to move. So strong bullish engulfing, breaking the downtrend to the upside. A close over the 50 EMA would be more bullish on this chart. So for me, preferably, I'd like to see a pullback on it first to try to take it on along. Obviously, risking Friday's sessions low as that stop out area. So I think $24.30 should provide you with that opportunity for a decent retrace off of Friday's move and a possible add over Friday's high. Again, a close over the 50 EMA, which sits at about 24.85, 83, somewhere around there. A close over 24.85 would be pretty bullish for continuation to the upside. Number 10 on the list is Aaoi. Obviously everybody's focused on this chart. It has a lot of range, a lot of strength, and I think the chart isn't finished yet. Nice bullish engulfing on Friday's session, especially into a day when Friday was just kind of choppy with the general market, and this chart's breaking into new highs. I do like it. Increased volume. I think a pullback on Aaoi giving us an entry somewhere closer to about $70 would probably be ideal for a day trade. So keep an eye on Aaoi, as if it pulls back into Thursday's high areas as a retest of the breakover, that would be a nice area to be long. So you would use Thursday's highs as a support from Friday's breakout. So $70 gives you that area of interest. So those are the 10 for this week that I'm looking at. And of course, if you are interested in day trading with me, please check out the website at www.icemantradingacademy.com. Have a good week, everybody.